Mic check 1 2 1 2. Wild Nation in the building. Yeah, you know what to do. Roll up. Roll up. Let's get it.
Time for the Blunt Ratings. If this is your first time tuning in, this is how the Blunt Ratings work. We take each show and break them down into 5 categories: matches, promos and backstage segments, storytelling, commentary, and the crowd. For each category, each show can get up to 5 blunts. The average score of those 5 categories stands as the official Blunt Rating. Those are the rules. Now let's get right into tonight's edition of the Blunt Ratings.
We want the smoke. Talk to him. We want the smoke. We want the smoke. Come on, John.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. HD. Got my son in the background there. He might be giving some commentary during the show as well. Got my dog right here. He may or may not be giving some commentary on the show as well. We had another stellar, amazing episode of AEW Dynamite. Man, the show is great. I don't even know what I could say. What the wrestling last night was, we'll talk about in a minute. Y'all heard the rules. Y'all know how it go. We start with promos and backstage segments. As always, turn my phone off. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, Lennox, let's talk about it. So, man, I got to talk about one of the greatest things that I have ever seen in professional wrestling. And that is one Macab. I call him Macab. Maxwell Jacob. I mixed his first 2 names. Maxwell Jacob Friedman. This man, ladies and gentlemen, I don't even know what to say. That was one of the best things I've ever seen. It's one of the greatest acting performances. It was. Did he just turn babyface? Like, I'm not sure what happened. What's going on, Gruss? The supervillain of the IWC is in the building for sure. Yeah, man. MJF is now Bayfield Page. Yeah, man. This show was ridiculous. 5 out of 5, and we're gonna talk about that in a minute. But this promo, bruh, he came out here just looking sad, like kind of how he looked when Punk told him they was gonna be in a dog collar match or whatever. He looked all dejected, and it's kind of like the Becky Lynch thing. It's almost the same storyline, except for this is turned up to 1,000, obviously, and done over a long period of time, like a story should be told, and not over 2 weeks. But anyways, so like Chris Jericho said, sports entertainment that's actually entertaining. Anyways, yeah, he came out there looking dejected, and he's just like, "Yo, I know y'all don't know a lot about me, but I'm little Jewish kid. I got bullied in school. I made the football team, and when I finally thought that I was gonna be accepted, they beat me up with rolls of quarters." I was like, "Tim, was he in prison? Where did he go to school?" Damn, I'm talking shit. I went to school and got guns. Rolls of quarters just seems like some savage shit. Like, goddamn, they beat people with bars of soap in jail. I know you heard the sock in the bar of soap. Coins? All right. So that seems like it would be painful. But he said he was just getting picked on. Kid get money was cracking, dog. It's going to be a fun show to talk about. But yeah, he's getting beat with quarters or whatever, just constantly getting picked on. And, he found wrestling through CM Punk, and he fell in love with CM Punk. Not fell in love with CM Punk. He fell in, looked up to CM Punk as a kid because CM Punk was, he didn't care. And, CM Punk was the same reason that I'm a fan of CM Punk. You know what I mean? Same reason that everybody from that era is a fan of CM Punk. And I was obviously much older than MJF's, but so I can imagine how it affected him. So you know, he's saying all this. And he's just like, yo, it sucks that, you know, this the dude that's, you know, trying to take me out. And I looked up to him, and then he, you know, I was looking up to him. Then he quit. You know what I mean? And left me stranded when I'm, you know, finally found somebody to look up to and get me through these tough times of being bullied and shit. And then he just quit on me. He quit on all of you. And the crowd was like, I'm confused. He's right, but I thought CM Punk was the babyface. I was confused. Like, he had tears in his eyes. It was so sad. Like, the story was so sad. He was, hey, any Jews in the house, guys? I need some friends. Anybody? Any football players? Please don't beat me up. It was... It was the first time he's looked vulnerable ever. He's like cursed out kids and people in wheelchairs and old ladies and his mom and dad in public. Like, you can't... It's the meanest person ever. But it's almost like he's Peacemaker. He's fucking Peacemaker. Like my favorite Peacemaker's probably my favorite comic book show of all time. It's one of the greatest things I've ever seen. John Cena has become one of my favorite actors ever. Yeah, I mean, just based off this one series alone. MJF basically Peacemaker. He got picked on and bullied. Yeah, I mean, you know, this little Peacemaker didn't get bullied, but you know, well, I take that back. He did get bullied, just not by football players, but by his father. So, you know, and that turned into resentment, which turned into him being the bully. You know what I mean? Which is kind of what MJF became, just like Peacemaker. So it's kind of like a similar story arc there. I like that. Not that they intended to do that, obviously. But, yeah, you know, so he was just dejected, man. He's like, you know, I'm going to beat you on March 6th, not May 6th, Chris Jericho. So we're going to get to that one in a minute. But, yeah, so he told him he's going to beat him at the pay-per-view and blah, blah, blah. But as he's sitting there, like, still looking dejected, you know, even trying to sound tough is like the fake bravado at that point. And he's, like, intentionally giving off fake bravado. Like, everything he's doing is just, it's just like, it's like I'm watching a movie. And CM Punk came out, no music, because it was so proud. I was like, I cannot hear Cult of Personality drop like right now. That would just ruin everything, and CM Punk might get booed. So he did the right thing. He came out to no music, still got some boo. It was the confused thing because nobody knew how to feel. Everybody was like, they were bullying him. Now we feel sorry for the kid. You know what I mean? And CM Punk, you did kind of just quit out of nowhere, and Colt Cabana. So, I don't know how to feel right now. Oh, man, that was me with the whole Colt Cabana thing. Like, damn, man, some dickhead shit, man. Like, why you do that? I'm rooting for you. Don't do things like that. So, yeah, he came out. CM Punk was just like, yo, he didn't even have a mic. He was just like, yo, is that true? Is this true? And he's like tear rolling down his face. Like, didn't even look like he was squinting to make it happen. Like, it was just, I don't know. He thought about a dead relative or something. It was just, he did it. And CM Punk just sat there and looked like he felt fucking horrible. MJF walked off crying, make sure the camera got a good shot of the tear rolling down his cheek. Let's be clear, ladies and gentlemen. I am well aware that fucking MJF is the greatest heel in professional wrestling right now. Maybe not the greatest character, but he is 100% the greatest heel in professional wrestling right now. He is completely full of shit. This is full of crap. Oh, dang it. Oh, he's completely full of crap. My son's in here, man. I almost forgot. Earmuffs, son. He ain't even listening to me. But yeah, he's completely full of crap. Oh my God. He's definitely good. He's trying to get in Punk's head so he can take advantage of him during the match. It's clear what he's doing. Oh my God. He's so full of it. But it was phenomenal. Like, it was so, like, people were confused. I was confused. I felt like it was real. And even if it wasn't real, he told the story so good, I just wanted to root for him anyway. Now I'm like, dang, I don't know. No, I want CM Punk to win. MJF won the first one. They need to keep this going. So I wouldn't mind getting a rubber match if CM Punk wins. Technically, CM Punk or MJF did win twice already, kind of. But, yeah, I want to see CM Punk win at Revolution. But we'll see what happens. But moving on, I just had to gush over that promo because, man, he's in rare form. Like, I don't even know, like, they have brought up Roddy Piper. That is kind of the first name I think of when I think of MJF as far as his promo style. Like, he just don't care. You know what I mean? And he could switch it up. So the inflection and emotion in his voice, Roddy had that with his delivery. Like, it was not many people, just these two dudes, man. This feud has become the greatest thing in professional wrestling. It just has. It was kind of like the Hangman Page and Omega thing when it was happening, and then the Roman Reigns and Jey Uso thing. It's on that level of storytelling. After that we had Daniel Garcia saying, "I don't need Daniel Bryan." Then we found out Dark Penta's back. And he has a goal with him, the old manager dude. I forgot the dude's name. He's now a zombie old man that looked like he came out of Crypt. That's what he looked like. What's the name? I can't even remember the name. Tales from the Crypt. He looked like the guy. So there was that. There was a Britt Baker promo. She's fighting Thunder Rosa at Revolution. Thunder Rosa better win that match. And then we had the second best thing of the night, which was Chris Jericho and Eddie Kingston having a mic fight. And boy. It's obviously unscripted because Eddie Kingston just sounds like he's at the barbershop, not even inside the barbershop. Like, he's sitting on a crate outside the barbershop just talking mess to anybody that... It's like, yo, man. Hey, yo, man. I don't like them jeans, yo. Nah, man. We don't do that over here, man. I don't like them jeans. You got to get up out of here. Just one of those New York dudes, man, that you love but you hate. Just like, why are you so loud all the time? Why are you so aggressive? Relax. It's not that. Oh, man, I love my New York homies, man. Chris Jericho was, basically just digging at him for the same reason CM Punk was. Like, you're a failure. You don't believe in yourself. Your daddy was a failure. Your grandfather was a failure. Your uncle was a failure. Your mama's a failure. Your little kid's going to be failures. Your girlfriend's a failure. Your dog probably going to fail too. Oh, man. But then, Eddie Kingston had his barbs. You know what I mean? They both took shots at the other company. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was just a good mic fight, man. These twos went back and forth. It's hard to remember everything they said because it's so unscripted, and it's just like they're interrupting each other, cutting each other off, and just talk. It's easier to remember Chris Jericho stuff because it sounds more like standard promo material. But Eddie Kingston just be talking. You know what I mean? So, man, I love this promo battle. Eddie Kingston said, man, I ain't trying to do all this talking, man. I just want to fight. You know what I mean? Let's just fight. So Jericho's like, I'll fight you, and if you win, I'll give you all the respect that you deserve. But I don't think you're gonna win because you're a failure. So that was that. That was my second favorite thing on the show last night. We also had something that confused me. Matt Hardy back in the corridor stairs. I don't even know where that part of the arena is, or why they just stopped in the hallway of the corridor. It's like, are there elevators, or you just took the stairs and just let's go shooting the stairs, guys? The sound is horrible in those places. Anyways, Matt Hardy talking to Andrade, and he said they're teaming up together along with Isaiah Cassidy. Poor Marquez. But yeah, they're gonna be going up against Sting, Darby Allin, and Sammy Guevara. Okay, why is he here? Okay, all right. And then Keith Lee was cutting a quick promo and got cut off by Ricky Starks. They both in the face of the Revolution, ladder match, obviously. So Ricky Starks, talk about his match in a minute. But yeah, so I gave the promos. What do you think I gave the promos? Stop playing with me, man. That promo is like, you don't, come on, man. Like, what do you want me to do? All right, MJ, and like between also the Daniel Bryan and promo at the end of the show. I don't even know if it was really a promo. That's more, I'll talk about that in storytelling. But yeah, it's like, it's a 5. It's a fucking 5. Like MJ, it's a freaking 5. Dang it. I'm really gonna have to put earmuffs on him when I do this show. So So yeah, it's a 5, man. It's a 5. It's MJF is one of the greatest heels I've ever seen in my life. Like, cause it feels like this is a sinister plot, but is he so good at make you believe he could possibly be telling the truth? Maybe there's like 1% that he could be telling the truth. Like, I feel like the story is true because he's talked about all these things throughout his wrestling career. I'm pretty sure. I know the whole bullying thing he's talked about. He was a football player. This the whole CM Punk, quitting that broke him, and then him coming back and wanting to be a champion in spite of CM Punk. I think that's the whole part. That's just, man, it's just. Anyways, so yeah, that combined with Eddie Kingston on the mic and Jericho actually, nailing his promo. I mean, it's Jericho, he does that. I had to get Britt Baker's promo was cool too. You know what I mean? Whatever. So 5. You know what I mean? MJF gets him a 5. Laylo, a lot of good work meetings take place in the stairs. You mean sessions or ciphers take place? The chat talking about Keegan Buddy said MJF is a victim of racism. How can he be a heel? Hey, listen, I got more on that when we get to commentary. I got more on that. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. Hangman Page is a boring champion. Disagree, Gruss. I know you want to see the world burn. I disagree, especially with his what he did after. Nah, man, no, disagree. It's look who's in the company. Look who's in the company, Gruss. Look who's at the top. It was like Moxley, CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, Chris Jericho. Like, how do you can't be bigger than those names. You can't be bigger than the Young Bucks. Like, if you're Hangman, it don't matter if they put all the belts on you. Give him the tag titles, the TBS championship, the TNT. He still ain't gonna be bigger than those names. It don't matter. Those are legends, like already living legends, all of them. Daniel Bryan's probably the greatest wrestler on the planet right now with the work he putting on. So you can't judge it based on if he's the best thing on the show, because he's never going to be the best thing on the show. It could happen. It's possible. It's hard. It's so hard to be the best thing on that show when that lineup is stacked like that, man. So give Hangman Page a break, man. He's been having 5 blunt matches on every pay-per-view since he got his title and when he won it. So Eddie Kingston hang outside the bodega. Exactly. He's that dude. You know what I mean? He's definitely with a cigarette and a bottle of Mad Dog in a brown paper bag with his Timbs unlaced and some baggies, dressed how he was dressed last night. I could definitely see it 1,000%, man. Oh, man. But he got a fresh shape up, though. He always going. Oh, man. Don back. That is facts. That is facts. He definitely looked like the week. I heard the Hardy family office stairwells. Isn't that every stairwell? Well, my kind of this building is kind of bougie, so I ain't never smelled like piss when I had to take it from the elevators going out. You proving my point. Hangman is boring. That's not me proving your point. That's just me saying he's not as exciting as the other people, and that don't mean he's boring. Are the Young Bucks boring because they're not as good as being heels as MJF? I mean, everybody's better than somebody or worse than somebody at the end of the day. That was some real philosophical stuff for you right there. Anyways, I gave promos and backstage segments 5 blunts, man. Final answer, sticking to it. Let's move on to matches. This was the interesting part of the show, and I think this would have maybe been contending for one of the highest rated shows ever if it were different. But we had a tag team battle royal that was a battle royal. Obviously, both people feet got to hit the floor for the battle royal to end, or for the team to be eliminated. So I do like that they do it like that, instead of like if one person gets eliminated, the other person just has to walk out the ring. Like, what? That's stupid. So I'm glad they do it this way. So we got to a Final Four. What's up, buddy? What's up? You want to do the show? You see, it was right there. It's on the TV. I got the show on the TV for him. But yeah, oh, just spilt water all over my, what the hell is this thing? A wrist rest? But yeah, so, oh, let me get him real quick. Come on, buddy. You want to do the rest of the show with Papa? Come on. Come on, yeah, let's do the rest of the show. Let's talk about the rest of the matches. You ready? Okay, let's do it. So, yeah, the last four, say hi to Lennox, everybody. The last four were John Silver, yeah, Dax Harwood, Kyle O'Reilly, and who was the other one? Matt Jackson was in there. And, yeah, it was also the only thing really good as far as storytelling I should talk about, I guess, when Marquez got eliminated and Private Party both got eliminated, Matt came out and was like, yo, what's wrong with y'all, man? Y'all trash. Like, can we do something about this? Why y'all keep losing? So that was that. Then, yeah, we got down to the Final Four, and it was a Final Four. This is a good, quick Final Four. Red Dragon ended up winning because Kyle O'Reilly ended up dumping the last man over the top rope. He got two people at the same time, I think, at that point. So, yeah, Red Dragon is going on to the pay-per-view. So we go and get Adam Cole's guys at the pay-per-view, fighting for the titles. Should be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. But it was a battle royal, so whatever. Then we had the best match of the night. I'm going to say this was the best match of the night because we had, like I said, we had Dark Penta. All right. I mean, I like the gear, so I'm not mad at it. The Ghoul as the manager is kind of Undertaker-esque. You can't see the Undertaker; it's too scary. Yeah, it's too scary. So yeah, it's cool, I guess. So they faced off against Brody and Malachi Black, and yeah, they ended up getting the win, but they didn't get the win. Because, yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. Ricky Starks beat 10 of the Dark Order to make his way into the Face of the Revolution ladder match. So now the match finally has a small person because Lord knows how you going to have a bunch of heavyweights in a ladder match. It's possible to happen because I remember seeing Stone Cold and Triple H and some other big guys in ladder matches that were from now, obviously, The Rock and Mankind had a ladder match. Or was The Rock and Triple H? It was The Rock and Triple H, I think. I can't remember. But big guys have great ladder matches, too. You know what I mean? Razor Ramon, obviously, famously, big guy. You know what I mean? Having a great ladder match, one of the greatest ever. You know what I mean? So it could pop off, but you still need somebody to do the dives and the flips and the flippy-doos and all that stuff in the ladder match. So got Ricky Starks in there. So he beat 10 of the Dark Order, whatever. Jade Cargill beat the Bunny. Yeah, it was what it was. And Daniel Bryan went up against Daniel Garcia and beat him. And Daniel Garcia already said he didn't need Daniel Bryan, but Daniel Bryan was still trying to court him at the end of the match. Like, is he violent enough? And the crowd was like, no, you don't want to be on your team. Why are you still asking us? Like, it don't make no sense, son. So yeah, and then that's when 2.0, obviously, because Daniel Bryan said they was terrible at being trainers. They came out they ran the ring and beat up Daniel Bryan, and that's when, of course, what we expected, Jon Moxley came out to make the save. So Mox came out and beat up everybody, basically. And after everybody was beat up, him and Daniel Bryan stood in the middle of the ring. Daniel Bryan was like, you want a match? You want to fight? You want to fight me? I'll fight you. Let's fight. And March 6th, we're going to fight. Yeah, we're going to have a match. And it's going to be bloody and blah, 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 blah. So we go get the match we want. And then we're going to get the team. I don't even care who wins. I don't care. I do care who wins because if Mox loses and he's never beat Daniel Bryan, he's going to be the son of the tag team. And that can't happen because he looks like the psychopath. But we know Daniel Bryan is also crazy. So Mox got to get that one win, and then they can have mutual respect for each other, and then they can go on. So I think that's what they're setting up there. Mox to get his first win in his career against Daniel Bryan, which will be amazing. Daniel Bryan can take the L. He's clearly, like I said earlier, probably the best wrestler on the planet right now. And I know that Kenny Omega and Rey Fenix, and I don't care who you want to say, Roman Reigns, whoever else, like Daniel Bryan's the best. It's not, no, sorry. I be wanting to think that it's not, but then when he gets to actually talk on the mic like he wants to talk on the mic and just he's the best. Like, obviously in the ring, I mean, what you want me to say, so it is what it is. So the matches weren't phenomenal, no pun intended, but they were decent. The main event match was the second best match. It was just short. Like, I thought Daniel Bryan and Daniel Garcia would hit Daniel, or Bryan Danielson. That's why it's not two Daniels. I'm calling this man by the wrong name. Why ain't nobody correct me? I definitely called him by the wrong name. But Daniel Bryanson, Bryan Danielson, I can't even say his name right. What's wrong with your dad today, man? I can't say his name. Bryan Danielson, obviously the best in the world right now, in my opinion, my humble opinion. But I cannot wait for them to be a tag team and run through the tag team division. Those two versus the Young Bucks. Those two versus versus the Revival. Oh my God, sheesh! Like, that match. Oh my God, is ridiculous. Like, those two versus Penta and Ray when he comes back. Those two versus Darby and Sting. It's just the tag team division is Gruss. I hate you. Stop it. What are you doing right now? Just stop it. I'm not even reading that comment. That's ludicrous. That is ludicrous. I don't really hate him, son. We don't hate things, okay? Okay? It's only love. That's right. A good ladder match is Sami Zayn. Hey, man. I like to see those guys in a ladder match. So I gave the matches last night 3.25 blunts. Okay night of wrestling. Really just two good matches. And they were all short except for the Battle Royal, which lasted a long time. But Battle Royals don't really excite me unless it's the Royal Rumble. Honestly, I can't even lie about that. So moving on to our next category. Our next category, what is it? Storytelling. Storytelling, like when Papa read you a book last night? Yeah. It says telling stories. Yeah. So storytelling was crazy. Obviously, CM Punk and MJF. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Like, storytelling, I mean, if I ever gave more than a 5, it might be more than a 5. But the CM Punk MJF thing is legendary. This feud has now become legendary. Like, they have a backstory, like an Avengers movie. This is they have a 15-year backstory, like an Avengers movie, to when MJF was a kid. CM Punk quit. It was a whole nother company. It wasn't even. What is this? Like, how did they put these things together to where CM Punk wasn't even supposed to be wrestling? Oh my God, I'm so happy he did not go to WWE just for this feud alone. This is so much better than anything we could have got with Triple H. Period. I don't care about the real life animosity between those two. This MJF is 1,000 times better on the mic than Triple H will ever be or ever was. Like, he's already way better. So it's not even close. You know what I mean? So, yes. First of all, this. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. CM Punk. Yeah. Who else? You know who else? Hangman Page. Because Hangman Page is a great baby face. Gruss don't know what he's talking about, does he? I know. He doesn't. I know. He said that, I know. He said Hangman Page is a boring champion. I disagree. I think that Hangman Page is a great champion. because, he came out and saved the Dark Order, made a run, beat up some people. And, he just, I like Hangman Page, man. I don't know. I feel like I got to defend him. And I've been defending him. And I feel like that's why Grush started hating on him, because I started defending him. Grush just want to see the world burn, man. And obviously, we got to get into some more important storytelling, because we got a debut on AEW Dynamite. We got a new member of the, what is it, the Black Magic Club? Is it the Magic the Gathering? What is it, the Aleister Black fan club? I don't know what it's called. It's called the Kings of the Dark Throne. The Dark Throne of the Kings. I'm not sure, but they have a new member. It's Buddy Matthews, not Buddy Murphy. He also isn't dating Rey Mysterio's daughter anymore. Happy to hear about that. So they got a third member. A lot of trios. When they gonna introduce these trios titles? When they supposed to be doing that? Before the TBS title, which they needed, obviously, but they might as well just do the trios title. I mean, it's mad squads, and I don't know. It's like, it feels like they're putting a lot of 3-man groups together for some reason. Jade Cargill's 28-0. That's good storytelling. She said, "Who's next?" after her match, and then Tay Conti came out. So that was cool. Tay Conti said, "I want some smoke." So Tay Conti is going to face her at the pay-per-view. That should, or not the pay-per-view, next week. Thunder Rosa's facing her at the pay-per-view. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Thunder Rosa, it is at the pay-per-view. Thunder Rosa going to Britt Baker. I'm confused. A lot of ladies matches. That's a good thing. Well, a couple. Yeah, so she's 28-0. She doing her Goldberg thing right now. Obviously, Daniel Bryan and Jon Moxley, as far as the story they're telling, they're going to become a tag team. I will not believe anything else is going to happen. I refuse. And yeah, all the storytelling was fire. The only thing I'm not really, Keith Lee and being there. I enjoy, I think he's going to be telling a story with Ricky Starks in the ladder match. I think those two are going to have some interaction. That's why they mentioned that they had history. But yeah, the only thing I didn't really mess with was the Matt Hardy and Andrade and Cassidy, and I know some of it's building to Jeff Hardy. We're gonna get the Hardy Boys. We're gonna do the Hardy Boys dance. Yeah, you would like the Hardy Boys. They got face paint. Face paint. The face painted Hardy Boys are gonna be getting back together. So that's what we're building to, obviously. So I'm not really, Team Taz runs AEW like Ricky Starks tell it. Ricky Starks had to be high when he said that. I don't think he knew what he was saying when he said that, but it is what it is. Oh, I know. We're almost done. He's ready to go. But obviously, based on my excitement and everything I just said, I'm giving storytelling 5 blunts. It's no question about it. Some of the greatest storytelling I've seen in my life. It's how I felt about the Roman Reigns Jey Uso thing. Remember how we used to talk about that? It was so amazing, son. I wish you were here to see it. You weren't even here. You were just in mommy's stomach when it was happening. Yeah, it was so crazy. So yeah, they they get 5 blunts from me. Commentary, interesting topic because someone brought this up earlier. First and foremost, Tony Schiavone wants MJF hurt really bad, like in so many ways. He listed about 7 ways that he would like to see MJF get maimed as MJF walked to the ring looking dejected. I was like, that man looks sad, and you talking about Tony's so savage. He hates him so much. But then, after the promo, this is how good the promo was. Like, Tony Schiavone, the dude who makes a business every week out of making it clear how much he hates MJF, how disgusted he is by him. He was like, I feel sorry for him. I was like, dang, me too. Man, I feel sorry for him too, son. He's an evil villain, but I felt sorry for him too. I was like, oh, man. So commentary got 4 blunts because Tony killed it in that moment. So those guys always get a good score. Tony was right. Tony's always right. Tony is always right. Only MJF and Adam Cole disagree with. Oh man, and we got the crowd. Yeah, they get a high score. The crowd was on fire last night. I ain't gonna even lie. The crowd was on fire last night. Um, they also cheered racism and bullying. I was confused. So let me throw the commentary score up there. Gave him 4 blunts. But the crowd. Let's get back to these guys because MJF definitely made it clear that he was a victim of racism and bullying because of racism and racism because of bullying, and it was just the crowd was cheering or booing that he was talking and cheering that bad things happened to him. It was just weird in those moments. It was a little uncomfortable. And be like, and they were bullying me because I was a Jew. Yeah. What? I was like, where are we at? Like, that's how you hate it that much that you could tell this story and people they gonna boo they gonna cheer the actual bad guy in the story you're telling because you're in the story. You ain't never the good guy, MJF. You're not Loki on his new redemption arc. You're not getting that ending, buddy. You're a villain till death. He said Keith Lee will be on AEW Dark after. Son, why is Grush so crazy, son? Why is Grush so crazy? How you so sleepy? You just took a nap. He tired. He just took a nap too. Yeah. So that's I don't know what to say to that. I hope it's not true. I really hope that it's not true, but hey, anything's possible. Please, Lord, let that not be true. Man, and Mia ain't even got there yet. I don't think she's going there anyway. He said Tony was right. Gus kick him with the down there. It was make AEW great again crowd. Oh God, where's that at? What's that mean? Bigger question. I want to know what happened to the rows of quarters after they. Yo, y'all on a roll today, fellas. Y'all are on a roll today, man. Hilarious. Y'all are on a roll today. I gave the crowd 4 blunts, man. I had to take a point off. They were on fire. They were loud the entire night. But they did cheer racism, which obviously I am not a fan of. Bullying I'm also not a fan of. So, it was. I mean, I hope MJF picked up those quarters. You know what I mean? He probably bought his first Burberry scarf. You know what I mean? He clearly has a lot of them. So overall, man, this show, the matches were the worst thing about this show. It was not the standard AEW giving us a couple 4 blunt or higher matches. We basically had one, you know what I mean? And that was the tag match. And then we had Daniel Bryan and Daniel Garcia, which I give one of those undecideds because it was such a short match, man. The stuff they was doing was crazy. Like, the grappling, all that stuff was crazy, but I want to see them go for 20 minutes. You know what I mean? Especially that late in the show. You know what I mean? Give me 20, 25 minutes of those two. Daniel Garcia is a beast. I would like to say that. Him and the other dude that, the black guy that Daniel put over last week. What's his name, son? What is it? Y'all tell me his name. Who am I? Lee Johnson, right? Is that his name? Yeah, Lee Johnson. Yeah, that dude's a beast too. So, yeah, I like those two. I think I'm based on what I saw, and I've seen more Daniel Garcia, obviously, because I'm paying attention to him every week. But Lee Johnson, I think I'm going to be more of a fan of him. You know what I mean? I'm going to be more a fan of Lee Johnson because his moveset and the way he moves in the ring, they kind of similar, though. Hook will bully Ricky Starks and take his FTW title. Hook would bully Ricky Starks. Hook would take Ricky Starks' girl because she'd be like, you know what? I'm sick of this pretty boy stuff. I want the bad boy because the bad boy's still pretty. So I'm going to go over there with the bad boy. Ricky Starks, I'm a bad boy. Like, nah, not really. Oh, man. So the show, obviously a gold show. 4.25 blunts, man. What you want me to do? This show was crazy. Why did I throw a bronze blunt up there? It's not a bronze. I'm sorry. Put that back. There we go. Gold. Cheer. Everybody clap. Yay. Yay. Gold blunt for AEW Dynamite. So yeah, that is your blunt ratings for AEW Dynamite, February 23rd edition, man. You already know what it is. It's your boy, Mr. HD, and Little HD, aka Lennox, in the building, chewing on daddy's drawstrings. As always, I can't keep a hoodie string dry. So I'll see you guys on Saturday. Sorry about physics. Is under the weather. He might be back tomorrow. I hope he's back tomorrow with the news, because I do want to hear about this whole. I heard Jeff actually confirmed that he's going to WWE or something like that. There's a couple other news stories out there. That's why I say I really only be watching our news. So I wait till Physics does the news, and then I go catch up on everything unless something comes across my timeline. So hopefully Physics is well tomorrow. You guys make sure you tune in for the Wild News joint and catch me on Saturday. No, he ain't got the code. Well, I don't know. This is all things I just found out yesterday morning. I should check on the homie actually after I get offline, make sure he's over there doing better. Yeah, because it could be anything. You never know these days. So make sure you check on your folks, man. But you guys, love you guys as always, man. Until another one. Say bye, Lennox. Say bye. Say bye. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Oh, you just going to eat? Okay. All right. Later, guys.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to know when we go live next. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram @WrestlingOnWe, and thanks for watching.